All right, I'm not even going to do no intro or nothing like that because what in the world has happened? Um, and I'm going to be honest. Um, last night when I was watching last night, I was about 30 minutes in. Y'all, this is my parade hair. We got a parade going on Saturday, so I had to get my hair into a like I'm in the army for real. But 30 minutes into the election, I was like, uh-oh, something ain't right. Something feels different about what everybody was saying. Oh, it's the red mirage. You gotta wait for the Republicans to get you gotta wait for the Republicans to get through and all of this stuff like this. And listen, I don't understand, first of all, how Donald Trump is able to run for president. That's number one. When he first ran, I don't understand that part because that's not what they taught me, in civics and all these things like that. So here we are. Okay, we are here in a place where an entertainer can run for president. Okay, fine, cool. But in my opinion, y'all are not gonna like what I say, but let's be truthful. Kamala's campaign sucked. If you agree with me, put a one in the chat. If you don't agree with me, put a two in the chat. Her campaign run sucked. Do not, every time they showed her, there was a Megan Thee Stallion, there was a Usher, there was a Beyonce, there was a that is not what was needed. And I'm going to show you all the votes. Okay, I didn't pull it up because I just wanted to come on, but I'm gonna read it. All right, so for the data. First of all, let's go back. Let's go back. We didn't even talk about the election. We're talking about the campaign. When they did the debate, everybody was like, "Oh, she did well. She did good." I said, "You can only the debate can only be as good as your candidate." When you have a debate and a debate team, both teams have valid points. Kamala did not have a chance to tell us anything about her points or anything because Donald Trump kept derailing her during the what is it called, the debate. And then you had the vice president's debate. I don't care what y'all say, Vance won that debate. He's more politically polished. I don't, and all of those things. So you have white men and you have white women. The white women voted for Obama, and the white women voted for Biden. Okay, Biden did not give a good handoff to me. I don't think so. Because even before she even ran for president, y'all cannot say y'all were not saying where's Harris. All of us were saying that. We all were saying it. So if he knew that he was going to step down, he should have stepped down a year or so ago so that we could get to know who she was. And to me, it felt like it was a setup from the beginning. It was a setup for us to have an uneasiness about her. And for that reason, I'm gonna read it because I don't have it on here. White men that voted for Trump was 57%. They voted for Harris with 39%. White women that voted for Harris was 46%. White women that voted for Trump was 51%. So already right there, we behind the power curve. Okay. Black men, we can't blame our black men. Okay. 73% black men voted for Harris. We knew that was going to happen. 88% of black women voted for Harris. We knew that already. Only 9% women voted for Trump. 23% men voted for Trump, but hey, whatever. 51% of the Latino men voted for Harris, 45% for Trump, 60% women voted for Harris, 36% voted for Trump. 57% voted for Harris, 36% voted for Trump. Now, listen, we knew we was voting for Harris. This is what I have a problem with when it comes to these campaigns. We can say, oh, that they're not gonna vote for us. That's a lie. You need to go where them white women are and let them know that you are for them too. All of that stuff that we did in Atlanta, I'm sure I don't know where she went, but all the free concerts we had and stuff like that, the white women did not feel. I already knew the white men was gonna vote for Trump, but the white women, they the ones that have the most abortions. According to statistics, they are the ones that have the most abortions. So you're telling me that women that need that right did not vote for a woman because I feel like for the first time that they probably was like, we was left out. We don't want to see Megan Thee Stallion. We don't want to see Usher. We don't want to see Cardi B. We don't want to see Beyonce. Do y'all get what I'm saying? She needed the white woman's vote. We already know the white man is not moving. Okay. They wanted that man back in office. But a lot of them did, but 39% is not low and 46% is not low. But 57% and 51%. And our black men and black women, y'all did the thing. Y'all did the thing now. I'm telling you right now. But it was a split between the Latino men and the Latino women. That's what it was. She needed to hit them rural areas, them places where Obama went. Obama was at the college campuses, and he was in those areas that were just, where the white people was, like back where I'm from, like Eureka or somewhere like that. So now I say, black people, we voted. And now we have a Republican as a president. The Senate is Republican. I don't know if the House turned Republican yet, but the next 4 years, I don't know. Because I already said that this was going to be a revenge tour for Donald Trump. Because that's just, if you've seen a documentary of him, that's just who he is. He don't, now that he's won, he don't care no more. He always wants to prove a point. There's a documentary on Netflix. That's how I learned so much about him. I went and I watched it. He's had so many failures in his life. He's had so many failures in his life, and every failure he's had, the only reason why he ran for president was because he was at one of the presidential dinners at the roast, and somebody started roasting him. He got mad and said, I'm going to win the presidency. That's when he ran, according to that documentary. All right, here we go. Okay, now help me out because my son is telling me that the count hasn't ended. He's asking me how are they saying Donald Trump won? They are still counting currently now. I don't know. It's over. It's over. And when she did not win Philadelphia, the door closed. North Carolina and Georgia, I think during Obama turned blue, but they flipped back red. Even Georgia turned blue last year, but Georgia went back red this year. North Carolina usually was always a red state, but we didn't need them to be red this year. All the ones, and then all the ones that she won, like the ones is in two. Last night I was cussing up something. I was like, "Damn, only three? She only get three votes. She only get three, four, six, 8, 12." It was pissing me off, like really, and it was pissing me off that people were saying, "Oh, the count is not over," when I'm clearly seeing that he's winning all the big votes, the big electoral votes. I'm like, I'm not dumb enough. I know my math is mathing. She has lost. Around about 11 o'clock, I was saying, this is over. This is it. She needed she needed Pennsylvania, Georgia, and Carolina. So he won more. Yes, he was up there at the beginning. It's over. And so I don't even know what his campaign was because I really wasn't following Trump. Um, where he went and all these kind of things like that, but it very well may have not been him. Like I remember when Obama was running, he had like people just grassroots. He had a lot of people doing a lot of things on the ground to where knew who Obama. I didn't. To be honest, I didn't even know who Obama was until he started running for president. And so when he started running, it was everywhere. And even the commercials of his were very compelling and all these things. But their commercials, it didn't compel you to vote. Everything was petty. Everything was, I don't know. I don't know. It just wasn't good. And I hate that Kamala I hate that she lost. I do, because we need somebody that's in office that is have some type of moral compass or something like that. We need somebody, even if she wasn't ready to run, hit the ground running. At least we know that she had everybody's interest at heart. At least we think she did. I don't put nothing past nobody no more. So even we think she did, and so and I was sitting at home. I said, man, it's like we were set up. It felt like a setup from the beginning. The way that Biden just fell out, the way that everything just felt like up until this point when I was sitting at home, I was like, this just don't feel right. It just don't feel right. It wasn't ran good. It was a very diet Methodist campaign. Yeah, it wasn't meaty at all. Like if you want it just wasn't meaty. And I'm not blaming her. And then people are saying she should have at least came out and thanked the people. Now she's telling us she's going to give an address at 6 p.m. Which I'm going to be watching. I'm going to watch the address to read her body language, of course. But you let me find out these people playing in our face. Let me find out. Cause it feel like we've been played in our face. Oh, what did she do? That is what I'm saying. But what do any vice president do? Tell me. Now, I think the only reason why Biden won, of course, he's a white male, but I think the only reason why Biden won is because Obama really hyped him up. But the Obamas, I think they're really done with the political stuff, because they could have hyped her up more, but they did. They came out for her campaign or whatever like that, but did they really sell her like I thought they should have? No, they didn't. I don't think anything she could have done would have helped her win. They don't want a woman in the office, not even a white woman. I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know if that is the reason, but I'm being very honest with myself. The campaign for her was weak. Donald Trump didn't have to. He didn't have to. We already know that man. We already know what he's about. We already know what he is. Okay. They say he's about business. I think everybody that voted for Trump though is going to get a rude awakening. I don't think he's going to help them how they think he is. I don't. I really think it's going to be way left than what they think it's going to than what they think, because I think he even lightly mentioned that he want to put something in place where he can be president longer. So I don't know. Oh, it was truly racism and sexism. I'll say sexism. But we already know America's racist anyway. So, okay, racism and sexism, I'll take that. But we already know that. We already know that most of the people in America they're racist. We already know that. So what happens when he goes to court in a few weeks? Nothing's going to happen if he's president. The deck is stacked in all three branches. Right. We ain't got, all I can say is we need to stay. I ain't even gonna say stay prayed up. You just need to stay aware. You need to be, and prayer makes you aware. So I guess do stay prayed up, but don't act like you don't live in America. This is America where things like this happen. And I believe these people lied. I believe that these people saying that they didn't vote for Trump, they voted for Trump. I believe that with all that's within me. Y'all lied. Well, maybe not, because the polls say it was the white males. It was the white males that took it over. But the black women really was like, heck no to Trump. Because 88% of us and 9% only voted for Trump. But it was the Latinos. The Latinos were where they were more so 70 and 80% on the Democratic side. They were split almost. And then the others was split almost. So, and this is a statement right here. Vice President Kamala Harris more than likely very emotional and can't talk because she thought she really had it. They tricked her too, I think. Even if she felt tricked, the people that were there for her, even if they would have just said it off camera or something like that, I really believe she should have came out and said something to them. Even if she was standing outside, not in front of the big cameras, because it really makes the statement true that women are weak and we're emotional and we can't do it and all this. Look, when Trump lost, he incited a war. He incited a war. He incited. I'm coming. All right, that's all I got. We might come back later on tonight, but that's all I have. I just wanted to say that these children is at my door. Um, I don't think her camp thought they had it. I just think they were hopeful. But when she saw that he was winning all of those states, she should have just, I know she didn't want to concede, but we should have at least seen her face for her to say thank you or whatever. But at 6 o'clock, she gonna say something. We gonna see what she say. Then we go live again after 6 o'clock. But these kids is outside my door, y'all, and I wear my mask at work because they're Jeremy. I love y'all. We're gonna talk more. Um, but I feel what y'all feel. I feel like um the voting. I'm glad we all got to get out to vote and stuff like that. But it's disheartening when you know that the person that won is not qualified. So my heart goes out. My heart goes out to us. I know we're gonna do what we're supposed to do to be good citizens, but it's gonna be hard. Um, the police is getting immunity according to him, so we don't know what our future holds, but we know who holds the future. And I don't want to be cliches, but it just is what it is. And we'll talk more. I gotta teach, but we'll talk more tonight after her um I guess it's a concession speech. After that, um we all did not vote. Our under 35 on a large scale does not believe in it. Yeah, and then you got these kids. So listen, and then I know people that said that they was gonna vote, but they're not gonna vote. Then you get people like who was that? DC Young Fly went to the polls and wasn't registered to vote. How? Come on. That's crazy. And then I guess he wanted sympathy, but that's on you that you don't know you registered to vote. All right, we'll talk tonight. I gotta go.